Welcome to our channel. Today we will be reading two stories from r/pro revenge. Story 1. Revenge is dish served very cold. In my young 20s, I moved to a new city to try to start my career and life. Money was very tight, but I was confident I would get things up and running. In my job search, I came across a promising opportunity at a small firm. Instead of offering me the job, the owner said he would like me to come in for 2 days and work. If it was fit, they would hire me, and if not, they would pay for the 2 days. Money was so tight at the time that I figured taking the bus to and from the job was a luxury I could not afford, and walked an hour each way to get there. Money was very tight. I did good work both the days and worked very hard, but it was not a fit. The owner then tells me, I know we said we would pay you, but it's just too complicated to set you up for just 2 days. So you will just have to be happy you got the experience with us. The way he acted really rubbed me the wrong way. I was mad as I really needed the money. But as I was trying to find a job and I figured it was not in my best interest to make waves as word may get around, I was difficult. I did however decide that someday, some way, I would get my revenge on the owner. I did find a good job that led to a great career. But I always kept tabs on the owner, looking for the time and place to get some revenge, and even a few times considered some more juvenile methods. Just short of 20 years passed, and now I was very senior in my chosen professional. But instead of working for a small firm, I was a leader in a very large national company that hired firms. As it turns out, we had a large contract come up that I was the lead executive on the procurement team in the area the firm operated in. Things have changed a bit over the years, but bidding on these contracts was at the firm's expense at the time. However, to safeguard them from wasting too much money, the bidding would be in stages. Well, sure enough, the owner and his firm put in an exploratory bid. They were not perfect for the job, but they could actually do it. So I assisted them moving to the next stage, and the next stage, and then the final stage. The easiest thing I could have done was shut them down right away and got a bit of revenge. But there would be no fun in that. There was some risk to letting them go through to the end though. Though I was the lead, it was a team decision, and to be honest, if they had the best proposal despite my thirst for revenge, I would vote for them. The proposals and presentation came in, and luckily the other firm was a bit better, and we went with them. The proposals and presentation came in, and luckily the other firm was a bit better, and we went with them. Normally, the executive lead didn't deliver the bad news in the bid process, but I volunteered to take on the call. It was fun to call the owner, who had no idea we met 20 years ago, and tell him we were impressed with your proposal, but it's just not the right fit. I know you must be disappointed to not get the contract, but at least you got great exposure to our process. I know I should have used his own words from 20 years ago, but I could not bring myself to do it. The firm must have done about 200 hours of work on their proposal, so I figured that was payback for my 18 hours with 20 years of interest. Comments. Keep calm. Absolutely love this. There is a moral to this story that is important. The people you piss off, they don't just disappear afterwards. Behave yourself with propriety at all times. There is a phrase I learned a long time ago. Remember, on the way up, you may meet the same people on the way down. The people you meet on the way up are the same people you'll meet on the way down. I like that one too. My grandmother had a cartoon on the fridge when I was growing up that said, "Remember that the toes you step on today may be connected to the legs that support the ass you need to kiss tomorrow." She always said it was a reminder to my granddad, lol. Story 2. Dirty, dirty little lunch thief. In the past, I have read about dirty, dirty little office lunch thieves and have wanted to share mine, but had other things going on to post it. This took place when I was still a teen fresh out of university working directly under an engineer. The office I was doing my 4,000 hours in was fairly large, 5 floors of a large office building, a Toronto construction firm. Well, I was lazy and always picked up lunch from Whole Foods, usually sushi, on my way to work. My floor had its own break room and fridge, and for the first 6 months nothing ever went missing until we got a bunch of university office interns in, paid interns. Then wouldn't you know, lunches would go missing, and it wasn't just mine. Any lunch in a store packaging was gone, if there was name on it or not. Well, after 2 weeks of our lunches just walking away, we're all getting issued. Don't fuck with my salmon sashimi. One of the engineers comes up with an idea and asks everyone to throw in a couple of dollars to solve this problem. The following week, he sends a text to the store-bought lunch people to meet in the break room before work, and send a text to everyone in the office to not touch any of the packaged lunches. We meet up and he hands us this little spray bottle to spray the packaging. It was this black light reactive spray, glows from a black light, but completely undetectable. Lunch rolls around and guess what? Every single packaged lunch is gone. And this guy brings out a black light and starts looking for fingerprints. He found them on the door down the hall to the elevator. Now imagine 5 of the super nerdy engineers you have ever seen going down a hallway with a black light, like something from a discount CSI. Well, there is fingerprints everywhere, right up to the elevator, on the bottoms down to the 2nd floor. Down the hallway at this time, I figured some of the interns are nicking our lunches, but I was wrong. We followed it right to the head of the sales department's desk. And well, we demand to see his hands, they fucking were glowing like crazy. Not to mention he had touched his face, so there was this glowing mess covering his face. The guy knew he was caught, and we made an agreement not to go to HR, but to get a picture and pizza for our floor every Friday for 2 months. We stayed extra that day to print out the glowing mess that was his face. We printed at least 100 of them with the caption, "Dirty, dirty lunch thief." Those damn things went up everywhere. The bathrooms, all the entryways of the building, every office door and desk inside. Needless to say, the lunches stopped going missing, and I was able to eat my sushi in peace. Edit. English is not my first language and typed on my phone. Edit. I worked there for 2 years after this. The guy never got fired or punished, but did get made fun of and received the nickname of the lunch thief.